Hello everyone, it's me, Marcus, and welcome to the first game we're gonna cover on this channel. We're still on the Super Nintendo, and this is one of my absolute favorite comfy games to play whenever I wanna relax a bit. It's SoulBlazer, the first in what is called the GaiaTrilogy. Wise men tell a tale late at night of a great king destroyed by the temptation of evil. The frail empire, as it was called in those days, was ruled by a powerful man, King Magritte. It seems most people thought the king was a fair and kind ruler. There were some, however, who felt the king himself was ruled by greed. One day the king happened to overhear two guards talking about a man named Dr. Leo. Now Dr. Leo was considered by all to be a great inventor and a genius. The king stayed up many nights, wondering how he could use this great inventor to make him even more wealthy. All of a sudden the king had an idea. He ordered his guards to capture Dr. Leo and bring him to the castle at once. Soon Dr. Leo was brought to the castle. The king confined him in a small room and ordered him to invent a machine that would summon the king of evil, Deathtool. Dr. Leo finally completed the machine. The king instantly called upon Deathtool, hoping that they might strike a deal. After many days, the deal was complete. The king would bring Deathtool all living creatures, and in return, Deathtool would give him a gold piece for each. One by one, all living creatures began to disappear. Soon the world was completely empty. Two people were watching this catastrophe, the master and you, his follower. The king was very foolish to be tempted by evil. However, I will give him another chance. You must go down to Earth and revive the world, the master said. On a ray of light, you descended to Earth, a warrior to revive the living and punish evil. A SoulBlazer! This intro dialogue is so 90s. The naming scheme, the literal translation is great. Just great. Okay, let's push start and begin. Choose the first file. A voice came from above. My follower, since you will be able to speak with all living things, you should have a name. Please choose a name for yourself. I already have a name, thanks, and it's Marcus. Thankfully, we have enough characters to make it fit. Marcus. What an interesting name. Thanks, I guess. Alright, go and save the world for all creatures. Okay, so this is basically our hub. Here we can save the game. Let's do it right now. Do you wish to continue? Yes. Doing well, I'm not even just started. I'm only started. Okay, let's start. This is basically our tutorial mini dungeon. We got our first weapon, the Sword of Life. Let's press X to equip it. And as you can see, if someone has ever played a gauntlet in their life, that's basically what this is. Monsters are gonna keep spawning from that little spawn point there, where we're gonna hit them all with our sword, and once the spawn point is clear, we step on it to deactivate it. Oh, who's this old man? Press the wrong button. I used to live up in the sky, just like you. Now I am living on Earth, away from the Master. All the creatures that have been captured by Deathtool are sealed away in these monster layers. Just as you set me free, you must free everyone. Even the release of a small tree or creature, they will aid you in your quest. Here, take this. The Flame Ball Magic. Now I will join you. I'm a magician, so I can use all types of magic. I will use my skill to help you. Remember this, I need gems in order to use magic. When you set me free, the monsters left me some small spheres of gold. This is what a gem looks like. Alright, let's work together to revive the world. We must go to the Grass Valley Shrine. And we got basically this little ball that follows us. And yeah, now we have magic to equip. And that little ball is basically gonna be our aiming reticle. We press Y and we're gonna shoot some of our magic attacks. Now we have a fireball and we'll consume all our gem counters, so you can see in the upper right. And here we are. This is our first area to explore, the Grass Valley. Now you can see it's basically just a barren green set of rocks. We have a river here, and now we have to find our very first dungeon to start exploring with our little kid here. And remember what he said, that all living creatures will help us? It was literal. Markus heard a small voice. There are many creatures being held in the underground castle. If you can release those creatures, the village will be reconstructed. What talked to us was this little flower. We can talk to everyone. Now, who are we? Who's the master? And who's Deathtool? This is basically a case of censorship from the West, because Quintet, the guys who made these games, were not as very subtle about it. Deathtool was basically originally Satan, the master was God, and we are literally an angel sent by God to destroy all creatures of Satan and bring back life to the world. And every dungeon is basically broken up like this. We have a giant area to explore, a lot of these monster layers that will keep spawning monsters, and we're gonna clear them up as soon as we go. We can see, if we pause the game, a remaining sign that will tell us how many of these layers are left, and our objective is to clear the entire area out. And we have various effects, as you can see. We open the way to continue there, and now we released an old woman. You hear a sigh coming from inside the house. This is the best part about this game. We are clearing up all these layers, beating up all these monsters, and seeing the world above slowly getting back to have some sort of population around. As you can see, these monsters will keep just spawning until we get rid of them. Not all of them are tied to the layer. These blue slime monsters are just there and will always be there. The other layers, once we got them all clear out, they won't respawn. The area will remain completely empty, which is great, honestly. It makes backtracking less of a pain. Now we will equip the medical herb. With this equipped, if we ever hit 0 health, we will automatically heal ourselves. We can only have one of those equipped at a time, so be very careful. These fires are very annoying. Okay. We can hit the enemy with this swinging attack by pressing B, but if we use LNR, we just stick our sword forward, and while this sword is left forward like this, it has an active hitbox. So you can basically stand still, enemies will just walk into your hitbox and will do nothing. You may have started noticing that the AI in this game is not that good. We'll see some very funny examples later. I will give you some advice. Don't forget to equip things that you wish to use or that will not work. Thanks for the advice! And we also got some XP. Yay. We would like to return to Grass Valley. No, let's stay here for... let's stay here for a bit, because I think we still have some things that we can do. And yes, we will gain experience and we will level up by attacking these monsters. You can see we are now level 1. and very slowly we will reach. We will keep getting stronger, our attacks will get higher, and we also will gain a lot more health. Yeah, I told you the AI is freaking stupid. Keep backing that wall, dude. I'm sure it will work eventually. I love it. They are so brain dead. Markus released the tool shop owner. Okay, so more people have joined the little village. So let's keep it going. Ah! Stop it! Okay, 12 gems. So, if you followed the intro earlier, you know that King Magritte basically got ultra wealthy by sacrificing living creature to turn them into gold, and now we're shooting magic using gold pieces as ammunition. I think the implication here is that you're using living souls to power up our magic, which is rather grim when you think about it. Can you please stay still? Thank you. And we saved the tulip. There once was water mill here before the village was destroyed. I hear there is a man in the mill who runs the elevator in the underground castle. So this is our first objective to proceed, because there's an elevator here which won't work, and we will need it to explore more of this dungeon. Oh, another enemy that uses projectiles. Very fun. Hello? How's it going? Watch something interesting later? Some TV series? Some anime? Okay, I don't have time to talk, sorry. Yes, there will be a lot of gags like this. I will have my fun with this game. Yes, I love this. I love watching the village slowly but coming back to life. You get out of the way. Thank you. Die, please. Oh my god. I am dangerously... Okay, thank you. Yeah, leveling up will heal you and restore your life back to 100%, which is very handy. And now we got a new item. This item is gonna be very important. Dream Rod, a strange stick that enables you to look into a dream. Basically use this item whenever you see an NPC that is sleeping, because then you will be able to look at their dreams, and it will be basically mandatory to proceed at times. We just killed an entire army there with one single fireball. Oh, because the pathfinding in these things is completely bugged. Yeah, this game is not that hard, as you can see. It will get harder later because the enemies will start to hit like truck, and you will have to be very careful, especially with the bosses, but for the most part this is gonna be a breeze. It's also the reason why I find this game to be very cozy and comfortable. You can see by the graphics this is a very early Super Nintendo title. It came out in '92, and this was made by the same guys that made ActRaiser, if some of you are familiar with it. And I said this is the beginning of what is called the GaiaTrilogy. It's an unofficial trilogy, really, but Quintet had a knack for doing these types of games where you are a divine creature descending onto Earth and helping revive everyone and bring peace by killing demons. And thus, there are a string of 3 RPGs with a very similar theme. This one, Illusion of Gaia, and Terra Enigma, one of my absolute favorite games of all time, which are now basically being bundled together by fans by calling it the GaiaTrilogy. And now we've released the Watermill. This is the Watermill the Tulip was talking about. I didn't read the dialogue. My bad. I will read every single dialogue in this game, I promise. And this is the elevator that doesn't work. And yes, we're talking with the elevator right now. I am an elevator, invented by Dr. Leo. I cannot move unless the watermill is turning. So, we are pretty much almost done with our first exploration of this dungeon here. Let's see if there are some other monster layers that have escaped us before. Does not seem like it. So, let's exit and go back to Grass Valley. And now that we have some more people to talk to, let's do that. Is the Tulip? Hello. There once was a watermill here before the village was destroyed. If there is a man in the mill who runs the elevator in the underground castle. Yeah, I already talked to you. Let's enter here. I love this effect. This disappearing rooftops. My husband used to be the village chief. One day he suddenly disappeared along with the other villagers. I feel so lonely. How about being one of my children? Lady, this is a bit creepy. What if I say no? Well, that's too bad. Okay. What happens if we say yes? Really? I will call you Markus from now on. Lady, that's just my actual name. Use the second floor as your own room. Okay. We have a room here with a rocking chair that is moving on her own. Markus, you're just walking around doing nothing. I am beginning to worry about you. Please stay here and rest. Lady, I am saving the world right here. Let's talk to the shop. Hello, may I help you? Oh, you're the one who released me. Whenever you use your medical herb, please come back and I will give you another. So yeah, this is basically our medical herb restore point. If we don't have one, let's go right here and she will give us one for free. I'm the guard of the bridge. I guess it's not really necessary to guard such a small bridge. Please pass. Thanks. And here we are with the watermill. Hello? Routing this wheel will move the elevator in the underground castle. I am too weak to turn this wheel. Will you do it for me? Okay. This is the wheel. Will you try to turn it? Yes. Markus turned the wheel. As the wheel started to turn, power was transmitted to the underground castle. So now we can use the elevator underground. And we can proceed with the exploration. Let's see if there's someone else we can talk to. I saw an ivy before. Must be around here. Here we go. Let's see what's in this cave. Oh. An iron armor and 50 gems. Very, very good. Let's equip the armor so we can have some defense. And now we have our first complete set for the game. I am watching over the world. Please take this. Markus received XP. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, so now we have talked to everyone in the village for now. So we can go back in the dungeon and restart our exploration. We can do that in the next part. See you there.